Welcome back to another episode of Shreveport Connection with Tommy. What? Did you know that? Okay, Raw results from tonight, May 16th, 2011. They began the show with John Cena making his way to the ring, but before he could speak, he's interrupted by the man who was a SmackDown superstar, Alex Riley. Riley says that he has heard it all before. Hustle, loyalty, respect, and I'm going to make The Miz say I quit on Sunday. Alex has a video package for John Cena to watch. There's a lot of stuff from what Miz has done to John destroying John Cena. Riley introduces The Miz and he makes his way to the ring while Michael Cole marks for The Miz. Riley says that from the beginning, everyone has underestimated The Miz from his start on Tough Enough to the main event of WrestleMania 27. They said he didn't have what it took and he should have quit. They also said that the Spurs would make it out of the first round, but we know what happened. On Sunday, in an I Quit match, then we pause before the fans tell Riley that he sucks. Miz will prove everyone wrong again because The Miz will never utter the words I quit. Cena tells Riley saying that he is stupid as he is useless. If you want to talk about things The Miz would never say, I think I will pass on tickets to the Jonas Brothers. Miz wouldn't say I don't want to play with My Little Pony anymore. And he wouldn't say I'm The Miz and I have testicles. That's a shame because you need a set. Cena says that The Miz has gone from a laughing stock to champion, and he respects that. There is a reason why he chose an I Quit match, and it's because when you look past the face he suits and the loudmouth bravado, as he looked right into Miz's eyes, and he sees fear. It's the same fear that he sees in his eyes right now. How bad will I get hurt, or will I say I quit before I get hurt? After Over the Limit, he won't be saying I'm The Miz and I'm awesome. He'll be saying I'm The Miz and I quit. Ding dong goes off the Michael Cole alert. So, I have something to say. Since he allowed John Cena to make the stipulation for Over the Limit, as long as Miz and Riley are not involved, he gets to pick the type of match and opponent for John Cena tonight. Miz thinks about it and he tells John that he doesn't know who the opponent is or what the stipulation is. There is one thing that is for sure. It is going to be awesome. Commercial break. We see highlights of what happened from last week. Big Show attacked CM Punk at ringside during Mason Ryan's match with Kane. Match number 1, Kofi Kingston versus CM Punk with Michael McGillicuddy, David Otunga, and Mason Ryan standing on the ramp way in a non-title match. They lock up. Punk with a side headlock, but Kofi with elbows. Punk with a shoulder tackle, but Kofi with a flying forearm and a drop kick that sends Punk to the floor. Nexus comes towards the ring, but Punk tells him no, back up. Kofi with a baseball slide, then it gets a near fall. Punk drops Kofi on the top rope, then he connects with a clothesline to the back of the head. Punk elbows Kofi to the chest. He gets a near fall. Punk with a cravat kick and Punk with a Santmare knee drop for a near fall. Punk goes up top, turnbuckle, but Kofi recovers, hits a drop kick of his own, and Punk falls to the ring. Kofi goes up top and hits a crossbody and then gets a near fall. Kofi with a Superman punch, and it's time for the boom drop. After a lap or two around the ring, Kofi hits the boom drop, and then Kofi sets for the Trouble in Paradise, but Punk ducks. Punk gets Kofi up for the GTS, but Kofi counters with a roll up for a near fall. Kofi leaps in the corner, but Punk moves, and Kofi hits the turnbuckles. Punk has to go to sleep and gets a 3 count. After the match, Punk sits in front of his wall of black shirts with all 3 guys behind him, and he says that what we just saw was leadership by example. It is just step one. He says that he heard all the rumors that Nexus isn't formidable. There is no more Mr. Nice Punk, and he is going to do things his way. He will make sure that everyone in Nexus is the most dominant force that the WWE Universe has ever seen. And then they cut to Miz is talking to Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler in the back, begging to be the man that he chose for the match against John Cena. Cut to commercial. Back for commercial. Slam of the week. Karma attacking Eve Torres while the Bellas ran away. Match number 2. Kelly Kelly versus Brie Bella with Nikki Bella in a non-title match. They lock up. Brie with a knee and she works on the arm. Kelly with a forearm and Kelly uses ropes to flip out of the hold. Kelly with Thesz press and she slams Brie's head into the mat. Brie with a kick and she sends Kelly into the ropes and chokes her. Nikki drops Kelly on the ropes when the referee was not looking, and Brie got a near fall. Brie with an arm bar and chin lock, and then she sends Kelly to the mat. Brie misses a leg drop, and Kelly spanks Brie. Funny part of the match. Kelly hits a spinning head scissors takedown as she took her around 3 times. Yes, 3 times. And she hits her own moves with a handspring, backsplash, and bulldog for a near fall. Brie with a knee, but Kelly with a roll up for the 3 count. And there was no interference from Michael Cole interrupting the Divas match tonight. Wow. After the match, the Bellas attacked Kelly and then hit the X Factor on Kelly. Kelly rose to the corner for quite a while. Karma's music plays. And the Bellas standing in the ring this week after they're smart enough to leave the ring last week. She makes her way to the ring, and one of the Bellas makes a major mistake by attacking Karma from behind. Karma sends her to the mat, and then the other one comes off the turnbuckle, and Karma catches her and slams her. It's time for the implant buster. Bam! But I don't think we're going to see any twin magic tonight. Karma goes over to Kelly Kelly at this time, and she picks up Kelly and just thumps Kelly in the forehead before she leaves. Miz is with former tag team partner Big Show in the back. We have no idea what's being said, but we all know that he's talking about begging Show to be a mystery opponent for Cena. Then they cut to a commercial. We're back and we see the Alamo because they're in San Antonio. Then they take a look at That's What I Am because it comes out on DVD at midnight tonight. By the time you see this video, it'll be tomorrow. We see footage from last week when they put the cherry on the disappointment Sunday for Rey Mysterio last week after not getting the #1 contender spot. Rey says holla to the people of San Antonio, and he says that he came out here to speak the truth. Last week, our truth wasn't chosen, but to be in the main event. But he decided to jump him after the main event. Rey says that he has been passed over before, but he never felt like that before. Rey says that he doesn't blame his friends or other people for his own problems. He doesn't flip out when he doesn't get his way. He likes to call out the guy who jumped him and then handle his business like a man. Rey wants R-Truth to make his way to the ring and face him right now, exactly why Truth didn't belong in that or any main event on Raw. And he does not come out at the time, and they cut to commercial. They're back from commercial. Rey still is standing in the ring, and they don't know if he moved during the commercial break. Ricardo Rodriguez comes out and introduces Alberto Del Rio, who drives into the building, and he is dressed for a match. Alberto tells us who he is, but we already know that, especially the little chihuahua in the ring. He says that Rey got beat up last week, not him. Rey is the reason why Alberto is not facing John Cena for the WWE title. He does not deserve to be on the same show as him. Alberto says that he is a pure Latino, not like people of San Antonio. There was a bunch of what do you call it, Hispanics or Spanish people or Mexican people, whatever you want to call it. Most of them were in the front 3 or 4 rows, and they were all wearing referee shirts. During this match, they were all saying "Two," doing the referee's job for themselves. Okay, back to the match, and let's see. Alberto, let's see, match number 3. Okay, Alberto with kicks to Ray, but Ray with kicks back to Alberto. Alberto floats over an Irish whip, but Ray has hit him with head scissors. Alberto sends Ray to the turnbuckles. Alberto puts Ray on the top. Alberto with a single arm breaker from the turnbuckle as we go to commercial. Alberto with a drop kick. When we come back to Ray's shoulder, then they go to another commercial. We're back in Del Rio with an armbar, but Ray kicks Del Rio. Del Rio runs into a boot from Ray. Ray with a wheelbarrow into a bulldog, but Alberto with a drop kick, and he gets a near fall. Del Rio punches and kicks Ray as he gets a near fall. Del Rio works on the arm now and wraps it in the ropes, and the referee warns him. Del Rio continues to work on the injured arm and gets another near fall. Del Rio returns to the armbar. Ray with forearms, and then he avoids the tilt-to-the-world backbreaker. But Del Rio with a kick to Ray, and he can only get a near fall. Del Rio tries to take off Ray's mask, but Ray holds on to his identity. Ray kicks Del Rio in the leg, but Del Rio with a drop kick and gets a near fall. Del Rio returns to the armbar, and then he turns into a hammerlock. Ray with a flying mirror and a kick to Del Rio. Del Rio charges at Ray, but Ray drops him, and Del Rio goes through the ropes to the floor. Ricardo checks on Del Rio. R-Truth tells everyone to stop everything as he's up in the crowd in the third deck, upper deck of the arena, to call the police here because we have a thief among us. He says that Ray is a thief. He stole his spot in the #1 contender match and is shot at the title. Truth says it isn't fair. Ray sees Del Rio trying to take advantage of the situation. He gets a springboard crossbody for a near fall. Ray with an Irish whip, but Del Rio sends him to the apron. Ray goes up top for a seated splash, then sends Alberto into the ropes after a head scissors. Ricardo absorbs the 619 for the finish of the match, and the referee calls for the bell for the disqualification. So Rey Mysterio wins by disqualification. After the match, Del Rio sends Ray's shoulder first into the ring ropes. He follows that with an elbow drop from the turnbuckle. Alberto tries to take off the mask again before leaving the ring. R-Truth comes to the ring now and hits Ray from behind. He kicks Ray in the shoulder, and then he punches Ray. Truth waits for Ray to get to his feet, and then he hits with a "What's up" on Ray, which is nothing but the same move that The Miz does. Truth gets the mic and asks Ray what he is doing and who does he think he is to challenge the Truth. Truth says that no one challenges him because he makes the challenge himself. just like he showed Ray tonight. On Sunday, he tells Ray that he's going to get got. Truth punches Ray. Truth kicks Ray since nobody is coming to Ray's aid. And then they show CM Punk and Mason Ryan are being recruited for something. They're talking to The Miz again, trying to get them both to face John Cena. Nobody's wanting to face them. And they're back. Did you know what? That a lot of people go to WWE shows? And that was a little promo that they put up. More than 3 other things combined. Okay. Okay, that was from last year's anyway. It's time for the official contract signing of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler and Jack Swagger in the ring. Cole reclines in his chair and welcomes everybody. Cole says that Lawler cannot let things go, and he had to make the challenge for this match. Cole says that the contract will not be official until he signs the contract. He wants Lawler to remind everyone what he said last week. Lawler says that Cole never beat him legitimately, but if Cole wins on Sunday, Lawler will give Cole his Hall of Fame ring. And if it ever happened, Lawler would personally induct Cole into the Hall of Fame. Cole signs the contract and he is happy. Lawler signs as well, and the match has been announced as official. Cole says that he believes in full disclosure, as he says that Lawler did not read the contract. The match is not going to be an ordinary match. It will be a kiss my foot match. Cole then tells Lawler that Jerry will do what good old JR did last month. Then they show the footage. Cole chuckles at what we just saw. Cole points out that JR is the only person to kiss Mr. McMahon's rear and kiss his foot. Cole says that he made this match because he wanted Lawler to feel comfortable. Cole reminds Lawler that he was in a kiss my foot match before. We cut back to 1995 when Jerry Lawler had to kiss Bret Hart's foot. Bret Hart's foot. Bret Hart, okay. Cole warns Jerry Lawler to look at what he will be kissing on Sunday, and he has the same fungus. Actually, it's spread. Plus some other substances that might be organic, look like salt and pepper and some other spices on his foot. Jerry Lawler tells Cole that he is no Bret Hart. He says that Cole isn't even a Jack Swagger. Lawler says that he doesn't like Swagger, but he respects Swagger what he can do in the ring because he is a former world champion. He says that Cole should be proud because he turned a former world champion into a sidekick. This did not make Swagger very happy. And Jack doesn't appreciate what Cole said, and he tells Lawler to have fun because he is done with Cole. Cole tries to apologize as Swagger walks away in the segment. But they cut back to Lawler, and he has a smile on his face, and Cole tries to suck up to Lawler. Cole says that everyone knows that was a joke. Cole reminds Lawler that they have known each other for 14 years. He tries to weasel his way out of the match, but Lawler tells Cole to stuff it. Lawler grabs Cole by his tie, and he tells Cole that he has been putting his foot in his mouth for years now. And Lawler will put his foot in Cole's mouth, and Michael will kiss it. As the table breaks also. Miz is backstage talking to Kane, and the Big Show stops by. Kane and Big Show walk into it. Walk into their match. And they cut to commercial. As Kane is shaking his head. We find out that Show Kane will be defending the tag titles against Mason Ryan and CM Punk at Over the Limit. Get this, it was before the match. So, match number 4, Big Show and Kane versus Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga in a non-title match. Kane with an uppercut to Michael. Michael tries for a sunset flip. Kane puts Michael up and connects him with another uppercut. Kane with a slam followed by a drop kick for a near fall. Show tags in and chops Michael. Show with another chop. Show with an Irish whip, but he runs into a boot. But Show tries for a slam and Michael clips Show down. Michael with kicks and Otunga's tagged in and hits a drop kick and it kicks to the head. Otunga with a near fall. Michael tags back in and he kicks Show. Michael with a DDT to the leg, but Show with an emphatic kick out. Otunga tags in and he kicks Show and continues to work on the leg. Michael tags in and he kicks Show and continues to work on the leg. Show with a kick to the head, but Otunga tags back in. David kicks Show in the hamstring. Otunga works on the ankle, but Show kicks off Otunga. Show grabs Otunga by the throat, but Otunga kicks Show. Otunga with a side headlock, but Otunga with a belly to back suplex, and both men are down. Show makes a tag to Kane, and Michael tags in too. Kane with punches to Michael, and followed by an Irish whip and a side slam for a near fall. Kane goes up top for a clothesline, and he nails it. Kane signals for the choke slam, and Otunga tries to interfere. Kane with a boot to Otunga. Show with a shoulder to Ryan after he teased getting involved. Kane grabs Michael by the throat, and Punk with a kick to the back of the head, and Michael with a running neck breaker to Kane for the 3 count. Winning your match, McGillicuddy and David Otunga. We see Miz talking to R-Truth now as we go to commercial. I was thinking that R-Truth was going to make himself into the match and agree with Miz, but apparently they don't do that. They run to the card for Over the Limit. Scott Stanford is with Kane and the Big Show as he asks about their loss affects their match on Sunday. Show says that the Nexus had a good night tonight, and they won tonight. Show says that they are the Alpha and Omega, and they will not lose the tag titles on Sunday. Kane says that Punk was in all of his glory tonight, but on Sunday he will not be Punk's salvation. It will be the annihilation of Nexus on Sunday. Then they show John Cena walking in the back as he gets a shirt from Zack Ryder as we go to commercial. We're back with the WWE Rewind. Cena defeating Alex Riley last week on Raw. Miz comes out with a human lapdog, Alex Riley. And Miz says that he has decided that tonight's main event will be a no-holds-barred match. He wants John Cena to get out there. Swagger hits Cena from behind and he kicks Cena. Miz introduces his opponent, Jack Swagger. Match number 5, John Cena versus Swagger, is a no-holds-barred match. Swagger continues the assault as they make their way into the ring. Swagger chokes Cena in the corner. Swagger punches Cena and then tries the ankle lock. Cena kicks Swagger off and Cena punches followed by an Irish whip, but runs into an elbow. Swagger with an elbow drop, followed by a leg drop. Swagger with a forearm to the back, followed by a hard Irish whip. Swagger with a suplex to Cena as the crowd shows how they feel about Cena, which is not very well. Swagger with a double jump Swagger bomb for a near fall. Then they cut to commercial. Back from commercial, Swagger with a key lock on Cena. We see footage from the commercial break when they fought by the announcers table and Cena got sent into the ring post. Cena with a snapmare now, but runs into a boot from Swagger. Swagger with a boot to the midsection, and then he sends Cena into the ringside barrier. That did not have the normal padding. They return to the ring and Cena kicks out at 2. We also see that Swagger used the general manager's computer at this point. Swagger gets a chair. Then he hits Cena in the back. This was a chair that was at the right behind the announcer table. He hits Cena in the back with it and then gets a near fall. Swagger pulls Cena toward the corner and he sets up for the Swagger bomb, but he puts the chair on Cena's chest first. Swagger hits the Swagger bomb, but he can only get a near fall. Swagger puts the chair on the turnbuckles now. Cena gets a second win and punches Swagger. Swagger catches Cena and hits the belly suplex for a near fall. Swagger puts Cena in the ankle lock. Cena rolls through and gets out of the hold. Swagger charges into the corner, but Cena moves out of the way and Swagger runs into the steel chair in the corner. Cena with flying shoulder tackles, followed by a Blue Thunder bomb. And then it's time for the five knuckle shuffle. The legendary Marine 12 rounds moves of doom ends with the attitude adjustment. And then Swagger is put into the SCF and Swagger tapped out winner John Cena. After the match ended at 10:01, which is almost on time. Well, the rest of this lasted 7 more minutes. After the match, Miz applauded Cena for his victory and said he was very, very, very impressive. It tells Cena to cherish the thrill of the victory because on Sunday, Cena will be feeling emptiness, sorrow, and regret. There are so many ways to make a human being say I quit. You can beat them so severely that they have to say I quit. Miz says that they can throw Cena off the stage to make him say I quit. Miz says that he can put Cena against the stage and run a crane through the crane camera into Miz. He could always take the steel steps and ram Cena with him again and again and again until he cannot stand up. Miz says that he can go under the ring and sends Alex to find something useful. Riley pulls out a large black pipe and he says that those are the obvious things. He says that there are a million ways that Cena hasn't even thought of. Miz says that he is more intelligent, conniving, and more ruthless than anyone that Cena has faced in his entire life. Miz says that he has found a way that not even Cena has seen before. Miz guarantees to everyone that after their match at Over the Limit, he will be declared the new WWE Champion. Miz wants to know why Cena is looking at him that way because it looks like Cena doesn't believe him. Miz says that he won't use the pipe on Sunday, but he has no problem using it at time. Riley tries to sneak attack on Cena, but Cena stops him. Miz hits Cena twice with the pipe, but when he tries for a third, Cena has already recovered from the hits. It had already been hit, and then he hits Miz and Riley with a pipe. Cena then tells Miz to bring his million ways to beat him. He tells Miz that he has a hurting coming because the Miz will say I quit, and that ends your Raw results.